different scenery. I don't even know if you can hear me over all the background stuff because I am in my garage where my bookshelves are, which means I am hot and sweaty and not very good lighting, not very good sound, and I'm sorry, but I wanted to do the bookshelf scavenger hunt tag. I recently started subscribing to April Sarah, and she did this and asked if people wanted to be tagged, and I said it sounded interesting, and she tagged me. So I have 3 shelves that are about 8 feet tall, so I definitely can't get the whole thing in frame, but I'm going to do what I can to show you the books and stuff that's on the list, which I have on my phone right here. Number 1 is to find an author's name or title with the letter Z in it. Okay, I was looking for the book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, but I can't find it, so I got Zombie Lover by Piers Anthony. Number 2 is to find a classic, and I actually have an entire section of paperback classics on my shelf, or the mass market paperback classics. And I'm going to cut to a little thing showing where those are. Sorry for the hand cam, but these are some of my classics. Next one is to find a book with a key on it, which I have no idea about. I have a book with a keyhole on it. The Sorcerer's Stone has a key right there. See, the next one is to find the oldest book on your shelf, which I actually have a section for that as well. And I will show a clip of where those are right here. Again, sorry for the hand cam, but these are some of the oldest books on my shelf. Well, not those. These. They are from the Everyman's Library, and they're all roughly 100 years old. The next one is to find a book with a girl on the cover, which I have quite a bit of YA, so almost all of those have girls on the cover, but I'm gonna see if I can find something a little better. Demons Don't Dream by Piers Anthony. There's the girl, and there's a gnome or something. Find a book that has an animal in it. Let's see. Now, I haven't read this yet, but I'm pretty sure that it has an animal in it. And it's No One Noticed the Cat by Anne McCaffrey. I'm assuming, since it's saying that no one noticed the cat, that there's probably definitely a cat in this book. The next one is to find a book with a male protagonist. Now, the entire Xanth series follows a male protagonist by Piers Anthony, so I could pick up any of those books. The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I butchered his name. Male protagonist. The Odd Thomas series by Dean Koontz, male protagonist. The Dark Half by Stephen King is also a male protagonist. Do you want me to keep going? I think that's enough. Find a book with only words on it. Now, I am currently reading Illuminae, but it's in my house, so I'm going to see if I can find another one that only has words on it here on my shelves. I actually found one. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Whenever I first got this, I was so disappointed because it has a quote on it, and I haven't read it, so I don't want to read this quote, but it just has words on the cover. Now there's lines on the back, but the front cover is just words. And then this is what I thought the cover was going to look like, and I was so mad because this wasn't what the cover was, but that works for this. So the next one is to find a book with illustrations in it. And I could do the illustrated version of The Princess Bride, but this hardly has any illustrations in it, so I don't consider it an illustrated edition. It just has a couple of pictures, that's it. It makes me so mad because it says it's an illustrated edition, so it should have more illustrations than like 10. Grr. And there's the map, which all of the copies have, as far as I know, except for maybe the first edition. There's Buttercup on a horse, and that's almost a quarter of the way through it. So yeah, this is not what I'm considering my illustrated book. Just wanted to show you guys. Oh my god, sorry for my sweatiness. It's so hot out here. I'm looking for a certain book. The Scary Stories Treasury. This is, drawings are by Stephen Gamble. And they're almost on every page. Like, every other page. There's an illustration. I'm gonna find my favorite. There you go. That's my favorite. Oh, I just knocked over my audiobooks. Find a book with gold lettering. Now, as you saw in my older books collection, I have quite a few books with gold lettering. And this is actually their covers. They didn't have dust jackets on these. And look, they have gold pages too. This one doesn't have gold lettering, but it has a gold spine. I skipped the find something on your shelf that is not a book, and I just realized that. Do notebooks count? How about vehicle owner's manuals? Do they count? How about video game magazines? There's like 2 whole shelves of those that are my boyfriend's. Honestly, I'm sorry, it's a bookshelf. I got books. See, find a diary, true or fictional. Oops. All these were in order. Not anymore. Ha! Found it! Oh, my books love me. Let me tell you, they're trying to run away. The 3 notebooks of Julian Drew, or the 3 NBs of JD. This is by James M. Dean. Hot. And for those of you who have never heard of this book, I got it when I was in like 6th grade or something like that. It was at the book fair at my school. And it is, at least most of it, is the diary of Julian Drew. See where I've been wiping the sweat from my face off on my sleeve? Find a book written by someone with a common name like Smith. Come on. John Green, Andrew Smith. Next one is to find a book that has a close-up of something on it. Typewriter keys. I was hoping to use this for the book that had nothing but words on it, but I don't know if these would have been considered something that wasn't words, so I didn't pick it. But typewriter keys, a face, another face. Find a book on your shelf that takes place in the earliest time period. I'm not going to count my Dragonlance books. Well, that was nice. My historical fiction is kind of buried, so give me a minute. The Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean Auel. Let's try that without stepping on the 2x4. The Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean Auel. This is set at the dawn of man. Find a hardcover book without a jacket. I showed some earlier in the video, but I'll show you a couple more. Grimm, edited by Christine Johnson. This is a collection of short stories, an anthology. Also, The Merciless by Danielle Vega. Doesn't come with a dust jacket. Find a teal or turquoise covered book. Now, I already already showed The Fault in Our Stars, Purity by Jackson Pierce, The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, but this is going a little more into the blue category. The Beginning of Everything by Robin Schneider. Let's see, find a book with stars on it. Funny enough, this star won't go out. Only has a star on the spine. Well, it's got a couple on the back cover here. As You Wish by Jackson Pierce. Can you see the stars? Now you can see them. Where did I put my phone? Now find a non-YA book. I've shown a few of those already too. Let's find a different one. Maybe I should just show you my Dean Koontz Stephen King collection. Or Anne Rice. Anne Rice is not YA. George R.R. Martin, perhaps. All of the paranormal romance that I have hiding up on the top shelf over there. Picked Gerald's Game by Stephen King. Those are handcuffs on a bedpost. Definitely not YA. Also, The Gunslinger by Stephen King I read in high school. Definitely not YA. That was interesting reading this in study hall. Here you go. 50 Shades by E.L. James. Story of George Washington Carver. This is a biography. Could pull out any of my Shakespeare, but A Midsummer Night's Dream, not YA. The Iliad by Homer, definitely not YA. Let's see, Poe, Grimm's Fairy Tales, take your pick. And that is it. Surprisingly. I do not know who's done this and who hasn't, honestly. I will try to tag some people in the description below. But yeah, that's it. So I'll see you next time.